Yeah, we can get going.
Okay, Dude Podcast, episode 51.
Yep.
Uh, you heard the intro. We're talking Kyrie to the Mavs, and we'll get into some NFL talk, Super Bowl picks. But
Yep.
yeah, let's just dive right into it. News broke today that the Mavericks traded for Kyrie Irving. Can you hear my TV? Oops.
No, I can't. I can't hear it.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good.
The Mavericks trade for Kyrie Irving today, and I'm pulling up all the details. The Nets got, I believe, Spencer Dinwiddie
Yep.
and Finney Smith,
Yep. Yep.
and then they got the Mavs first round pick and two second round picks, and then
Yep.
the Nets or then the Mavericks got Kyrie and Marquise Morris, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, what a deal for him though. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like the Nets are like going to be sellers this year for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, freaking Morris just riding the coattails of Kyrie.
How do you? So there's kind of two things that kind of trickle after this trade is what who won that trade? Was it the Nets or the Mavs? And what kind of I want to go
Yeah.
into that, and then I want to kind of talk about what happens with Kevin Durant after that trade. So let's start with who do you feel like won that trade and why?
Um, I would probably have to just say I would as much as like Kyrie's is kind of like a basket case. He's a great player. You were in the group text with me and Joe. We were going back and forth. Joe thinks Kyrie's in the same category as Blake Griffin. He's a absolute imbecile for thinking that.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
I
He was
must have missed
saying
that text. I don't think that
so.
that's stupid.
Yeah, Joe was just saying that he thinks Kyrie is just like a like flashy plays and that's it. But Kyrie's a baller, man. Kyrie's
Bro,
good.
Kyrie's baller.
Dude, he's an NBA All-Star starter for a reason. They're not gonna if you can just make flashy plays. So anyways, I mean, I would probably say I mean you have to go with the Mavericks right now. Just because they got another piece, you know what I mean? Because it was Luca, and then Spencer Dinwiddie was like way below him in talent, and then now you got Kyrie and Luca. So I feel like you got to go with the Mavericks right now. In 2 or 3 years, if Kyrie's not with the Mavericks,
Right.
I think the Nets won that, obviously. But right now, I got to go with the Mavericks. What about you?
Yeah, I just feel like Dallas essentially gave up a first round pick to get Finney Smith at $13 million and Spencer Dinwiddie at $19 million.
Yep.
Because I think their contracts uh I don't I think they're still on contract next year. And so
Gotcha.
they kind of created more cap space by doing that.
Yep.
They bring in Kyrie Irving, and they did not renegotiate the contract.
Yeah.
So, and there it was reported that Kyrie's contract won't get negotiated till this summer,
Yeah.
and Kyrie can potentially sign a 2 year deal with whoever he goes to.
Yeah.
And so, if it works in Dallas, great. Maybe he stays. I
Yeah.
think it's pretty obvious he's not. Like, I
Yeah.
think he's kind of a guy who, when he makes up his mind, he's made up his mind, you know.
Oh, I know.
And
You learned that in Boston.
if he does leave, that creates $75 million in cap space for the Dallas Mavericks this
Yeah.
offseason, which is
Huge.
two max players.
Yep.
And so I kind of and Mark Cuban and Kyrie Irving. I mean, that's a bomb waiting to just blow up. I feel like,
Yeah.
and and so I that was as much as people want to think that this is about the playoffs and winning now. I think Dallas is trying to think ahead of the game
Hmm.
and try to go, actual free agency and bring in a couple max players this offseason for
Yeah.
Luca.
Yeah.
Um, because right now it's just you're essentially they just acquired talent, not really a roster.
Yeah.
Uh, you have Kyrie and Luca who play the same position. And is basketball. You can still make it work for sure. I'm not saying that they
Hmm.
won't make it work. It's just like to win a championship, I feel like you need a roster.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
and I agree, and I do feel like them getting rid of Spencer Dinwiddie. Like I felt like he was like kind of coming into his own. He didn't like when Luca went out hurt. I don't remember what game it was, but Spencer Dinwiddie like kind of took over the game
He's a
and won that
baller.
game for. Yeah, he's good, and I mean he did come from Brooklyn, so I mean he is headed back to Brooklyn. I don't know if he's happy about that. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not really his call. But I could see him like, going back to Brooklyn and if Kate like well, we can get into KD and everything, but like if he starts playing well and like they like keep winning. I mean, Cam Thomas balled out the other night. I mean, I know he's not gonna do that every single night, but I mean, if KD sees like his team playing well, like why would you want to try and leave again and go somewhere else again?
Yeah,
But I mean, we can get into that. I don't know if you want to get into that right now, but ultimately, I
yeah,
do.
that's
I
fine. Yeah, let's get into it. I was just.
okay.
It was reported that the Suns tried to trade for Kyrie. They were going to give up Chris Paul, Jay Crowder,
Yeah,
and a
I
couple
think it
first
was.
round picks.
Yeah, I think it was like two first. Yeah,
And I think the Lakers were trying to go after him. Uh, and I think as a Suns fan, I was kind of shocked that they were willing to give up Chris Paul.
yeah,
And yeah, I don't think. Do you really? Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I
Kyrie's
mean,
just, in my opinion, he's just kind of a timing
yeah,
tick bomb. 5
yes,
years with Kyrie, man, it's just a lot.
yeah. I'm a Celtics fan. Obviously, we all know. I bought a Kyrie shirt. A Boston Celtics had Irving on the back with number 11. Within the matter of 6 months, he went from "I want to be here," announcing it mid court, asking everybody if they would have him, and everybody cheered, everybody loved him. And then he went from that to burning incense when he came back, and everyone hates the guy now in Boston. So, I just don't know. I don't like if I was a Dallas Mavericks fan, like I probably wouldn't be super pumped about this. I think I would be excited to see Luca with another superstar. That's what I'm
Yeah,
excited to see. But yeah, I'm like long term, not a chance. I want him on my team.
yeah. But yeah, let's go into KD talk.
Yeah. Yep.
Everyone's just banging the Phoenix KD to Phoenix Suns drum.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
don't see it happening because I feel like if they were going to trade KD, they would have focused more on picks instead of assets or players.
Hmm.
I feel like KD is stuck there unless people are willing to pay an absurd amount. Like I think they were asking for like 5 first round picks and like two uh star players. And
5 first round picks. That
yeah, I
is
mean it was
so
something
crazy.
stupid. It was something stupid.
Yeah.
And I feel like and that was also during the Rudy Gobert trade.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Which
so
is
everything was yeah.
probably one of the worst trades ever.
No, yeah. Someone tweeted out that with the James Harden trade and the Kyrie trade, Minnesota traded more for Rudy Gobert than those two trades combined, which is
Blows my mind.
if you're a Jazz fan, you're
Oh,
rubbing your
dude,
hands
yeah.
together like,
Jazz are looking good,
yeah.
man, for the future, man.
So
But
yeah, KD is probably gonna stay
yeah.
unless someone just gives up their whole freaking team for him. He's just gonna stay. So
Yeah, I saw a couple things like there were some teams like Miami might be an option, but then Miami also came out when like the whole Kyrie thing was going on. They came out and said they weren't interested. So I don't know if they're just kind of like they're going to hold right now at the trade deadline, but they're also kind of not in a position to hold. They're not I don't know what their the standings are in the East. I'm going to pull it up, but I mean, I do agree with you that I think KD just stays. I don't think he goes anywhere. Plus, like the guy, like we've talked about this, the guy gets hurt all the time. The
Yeah.
guy's not, he's not healthy. But yet people still would. I mean, there's probably a team out there that would do 5 first-round picks for Kevin Durant. Um, okay, the Heat
Like if
are
you're
in.
the Suns, like
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah,
that's what it is, like if you're the Suns, you do it.
yeah.
You
I think
trade,
so.
you
Yeah,
can like you figure out someone who wants Jay Crowder and someone who wants Cam Johnson or whatever. Or
yeah.
I mean,
Campaign
even
or
Mikal Bridges, like
it's so
it's Kevin
tough, man.
it's Kevin Durant. You just do it. Uh, and the other thing is Chris Paul is going to have one more year left, and then you'll have another $30 million in cap
Hmm.
space to kind of find someone else in the
Yeah.
meantime. And so, I don't know, dude. It's just the Suns are one superstar away. They really are. They're just
Okay.
one superstar away. I strongly feel that way. So,
I love
ah,
that the video I sent you. I I know you hated
what?
it, but the one that like described each player and like what they like
Oh yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah.
And it was so spot on. Maybe I'll post it, but it was pretty vulgar. But um so right now the Suns sit at fifth in the West. I mean, they gotta make a move, right? They are 8.5 games back of first. You have teams in the East like the Heat, they're 8.5 back of first as well. They're in sixth place. I just feel like there are some teams at the trade deadline that are either going to completely sell or they're going to completely just buy on KD. Um, I don't
Yeah.
see
So who
him
you got your
going.
eye on? Who's like the one player that you're thinking he's going to get traded and you're excited to see him on a new team?
Um, I is this. I feel like I have a feeling it's going to be. Oh, I was looking at it. Let me pull it up. I was looking at an article that I was reading, and I was like, yeah, I can't even remember who my number. It was like the top 5 people that I think are going to get traded, and one of them stuck out to me.
So
Who do
probably
you
Kevin
think?
Love.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
Kevin Love.
yeah. I saw that. I saw. Yeah, yeah.
Kevin Love getting traded would be kind of fun. Bogdanovich on Detroit. You know, dude, he can get buckets.
Yeah. No,
He
I know.
he can score. He'd be fun.
Um.
Fred Van Vliet, Pascal Siakam,
Oh yeah, dude. Toronto needs to sell. Toronto needs to
Toronto.
sell.
Zach Levine could get traded. That would be
Yeah.
sweet. Um, I'm trying to think. Jason
Yeah.
Tatum, he sucks. So,
Dude, shut up, dude. Whatever. Okay, here it was. It was John Collins from Atlanta.
dude, how much you want to bet Marcus Smart gets reported he's going to get traded for like the 100th time in his like 3 year
Every
career
year.
in
Every
Boston?
year. It's every year. And then every year, like the Celtics come out and say, like, we don't want to trade him, we don't want to trade him. But yeah, like he's probably on every single trade. That is
Uh,
possibly.
Steph Curry just is reported that he's out for another couple weeks.
Yeah, I saw
That's
that.
going to hurt the Warriors. Yeah, I really think New Orleans tries to do something. I think New Orleans
Yeah.
feels like they're close. I feel like they feel like they're kind of one player away.
Hmm.
Utah's a team like Jordan Clarkson could get traded.
That would suck
Uh,
so bad.
um, I,
I feel like he's a good player for Utah. Like he's a good like role player for them. But
yeah, Orlando could trade Mo Bamba or
yeah, yeah,
some of
yeah,
the
yeah.
a young player like.
Yeah.
I'm
But
trying to think. Denver's kind of a player away. Memphis is kind of a
you think
player
Denver's the
away.
player away though? I mean,
Yeah,
dude, they're
Jamal Murray is sick, dude.
I know, but they also have the Joker. Aaron Gordon's playing really well this year. They got
Aaron
Bones
Gordon,
Highland.
Aaron Gordon, are you kidding me?
He's got
Really?
decent stats this year. Okay, I'm pulling him up. I'm
Guy
pulling him
looks like
up,
he just came off the cast for the Flintstones. Like, no,
dude. What? I gotta pull this up.
dude, you're
I
gonna
gotta pull
try to
this
tell
up.
me Aaron Gordon is playing good right now? Yeah, okay, cool. So he
Hey,
gets like what 3 dunks a game?
he's averaging almost 17 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, and 3 assists a game. That's pretty
Uh,
decent, dude.
okay, cool.
Okay.
He's, uh, what are we
Okay,
doing here?
I know he's not great, but okay. the player I was thinking of, okay, obviously Aiton. I feel like he doesn't want to be there. I feel like they could trade him. I feel like if KD gets traded to Phoenix,
Oh,
Aiton is 1 billion% in that
oh
trade.
yeah, he's gone.
And then John Collins for Atlanta. I would like to see him out of Atlanta because I just feel
Yep.
like Trey Young is the energy sucker out of every freaking
Yep.
player that I see him play with. And
I
then
think the
SGA.
Clippers trade. I think Clippers trade for someone. You
Yeah,
know,
I think so too. I just feel like, dude, I just feel like the Clippers have been like they're almost there for the last 10
they've
years.
just been the Clippers,
Yeah, yeah. They've
and
just
the
been
Suns have
the
just been the Suns. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but I saw a report that like SGA might get traded from Oklahoma City.
Yo, that would be crazy.
Can you imagine him on like a contending team, dude?
You know, the Suns.
No, no, he would suck there. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just think that there's a lot of players that I could see end up get traded. I mean, like
What do you think about Cleveland? Like
Cleveland's been sick, dude.
Cleveland could, with Kevin Love probably getting traded, that could be a little, keep your eye
Yeah,
on Cleveland too. So,
they've been balling.
um, yeah, anybody like like any team that you feel like could skyrocket after the trade deadline, that you feel like is kind of low key right now, that could just explode after the trade deadline.
Yeah,
And you
I
know it.
was
You know the answer. You know the
not the
answer.
not the Suns.
You know
No,
the answer. You
not the
know it.
Suns. It's not the
Say
Suns.
it.
You know who it
It's
is?
you can say it. Don't be shy.
You know who it is?
Oh boy.
I think it's the
What? Aaron
Pelicans.
Gordon, the
I think it's the
Nuggets?
Pelicans. I think it's Pelicans because I mean they're in eighth place right now. I think they were top three in the West for a while, and then they lost like eight in a row.
Eh,
Um, you know what I mean? I just feel like if they get another piece on that team, which is kind of crazy to think because they have Zion, they have Brandon Ingram, they have CJ McCollum. I mean, that's a good team. But I mean, if they had
that's a
one more
good team.
piece, I mean, I don't know where. Maybe at center, get a good center like Miles Turner maybe goes there. That'd be a pretty sick team. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. But I'm not gonna say the Suns. You will. I just because
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
dude.
If they get KD, sure, but anybody else, no.
And James Jones is the Suns GM.
Yeah,
You have what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, half of Thursday.
half
So
of
you
Thursday.
got 3.5 days to make this happen. I just don't think that's enough time to get Kevin Durant.
Nope.
Uh,
But like they had to
the
have been
team,
trying already, right?
yeah, the team, man. What if Milwaukee just does something crazy?
I would be pissed because this they're only like a game and a half behind the Celtics, I think.
Man, I just
They're
think,
one game behind them, yeah.
what if Trey Young gets traded? Like that would be crazy.
They're saying that he might. I saw like this was like weeks ago. I remember seeing something like Trey Young might get traded. And he actually was an all-star snub, everybody's saying. I just don't think the guy's like I think he's good, but like, dude, like I don't see, I don't know. I'm not a
Yeah,
big Trey Young believer.
but it's still like a big player that could
Yeah.
really change a whole lot in some of these teams. Like
Dude, he
like
can put
say he
up
goes to the
points.
Clippers.
Yeah.
Say he goes to the Clippers. Like that's a great fit for that team, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
I don't even know who the Clippers point guard is right
I
now.
know it's been reported that Kristaps Porzingis isn't going to get traded for the Wizards, but like him going to
Get him out of there. You know what I mean? Like, dude,
yeah,
come on.
no. The NBA trade deadline is the best
Yes.
for sure. Like out of all the trade deadlines, NBA is like the best because
Yep.
one player can change everything in basketball,
Hmm.
whereas in football, in baseball, one player can change a lot, but basketball it has just a huge ripple effect. So
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Especially if
Um,
you follow Adrian Wojnarowski, get those Woj
yeah,
bombs.
come
Plus,
on,
I
Woj,
mean,
send the KD tweet,
send
dude.
the
Send
tweet,
it,
man. You've been asking him to
send
do
it.
that since last trade deadline.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to some NFL talk.
Let's do it.
Pro Bowl happened in Vegas this past
Yeah.
weekend. What were your thoughts on how the Pro Bowl went?
Yeah. Starting Thursday, I liked the skills competition. I liked that it was like inside the practice facility, and you got these QBs that like nobody really cares to watch in this skills competition. Like
Yeah,
you had Tyler Huntley, you had Derek Carr. Those are the dudes that balled out. But yeah, I mean the game, like I watched the first one, then I had to go to church, but I thought it was fine. I thought it was cool. I thought the players I thought it was more fun for I feel like people watching on TV than necessarily being there because I mean, dude, we're hearing like the players talking. We're watching Peyton Manning with the radio up to his mouth, and Eli, and we saw Snoop Dogg on the side and Pete Davidson on the other one. And I mean, I thought the game was cool. And I did hear players actually advocating for like the new um I guess what do you call it? New way of doing it.
format.
So format, yeah, new format. I thought it was cool. I don't know. What about
Yeah,
you?
I thought it went better than people expected it to. I think
Mhm.
people were kind of giving the flag football thing a hard time.
Yeah.
Uh, I thought all the skills events that they did were pretty cool. The only one that needs to go that stunk was that kicker one, like
Oh,
kick tack toe. Did you see that?
yeah. It's cool, but it's
The
also really dumb if they don't hit any of them.
the long snapper literally just hit all three. Like it
Yeah.
was just like
Yeah.
uh anyways, that one kind of stunk. Maybe
Yeah.
they need to do it another year. Maybe it changes, but that one
Yeah.
kind of stunk.
Yeah.
Dodgeball is always awesome.
Oh yeah.
Uh I liked the like the skill challenge where it had all the types of players. It had like the offensive
Yes.
lineman, the defensive lineman. It was kind of like a relay. I like that one
Yeah.
a lot. So
Like them catching punts and stuff. That was
yeah.
kind of cool. Yeah.
And my boy Buddha Baker getting
Yeah.
that INT today.
I
And
know.
how do you feel like Derek Carr's feeling today after he after he did the QB challenge?
Um, we're a little frozen. Can you hear me? Dude. Hello? Yo,
Dude, did I freeze? Did I
I
freeze?
yeah, I froze too though. So I don't
Okay,
know.
I
We're
wasn't frozen on my side.
oh, hold on. You were super choppy right there too for some reason. Can you hear me?
Is it
We
my
good?
Wi-Fi?
I don't know. It
Yeah,
says
I
my
can hear you.
my
Yeah,
it
we're good.
says mine's bad too, so it's fine. It's fine. We'll get going. We'll keep it going. Sorry. I mean,
Okay. Okay.
well, what we were talking
Anyways,
about was Derek Carr, right?
Derek Carr stock drops dramatically today. Did
No.
you when he threw the pick to Buddha,
Yeah.
you just saw Peyton Manning like what are we doing here? You know?
Yeah,
Like
I
what
know.
was that?
I felt bad. I just feel like I do really feel bad for the guy because I mean he like kind of came out like he was like, this is my last chance to like, show everybody what I'm about and like this is my last chance to say goodbye to these Raiders fans. And then I was like, I mean, I guess maybe he did show everybody what he was about. But I mean it is also a flag football game, like whatever. But I mean, still, man. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I do feel for the guy. I do feel for the guy.
Yeah. It's just all it takes is one throw and people will just absolutely roast you for it. They'll forget about
Yeah.
everything good you did.
Yeah.
But anyways, that
Yeah.
was funny. Other news I wanted to talk to you about was Aaron Rodgers. It's been kind of reported that a Devonte Adams, Aaron Rodgers hookup or reunion is looking like a possibility in Las Vegas this next
Yeah.
year. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's sick. I think it'd be cool. I feel like Devontae came here because of Derek Carr. Um, and now that Derek Carr's gone, I feel like the only guy that's going to keep him here is his old quarterback, who he had a great connection with. I saw something that Josh McDaniels has told multiple people that he thinks Aaron Rodgers is going to be here. I don't
Oh,
know the source on that, but I will find that and I will let everyone know. But I mean, dude, that could be total BS. But I mean, I saw like a multiple tweets saying that, and I mean, if that's legit, like I mean, dude, if you got your head coach thinking he's coming there, you got Devontae, and then you had him at the Pebble Beach Pro Am. I don't know if you saw any of his interviews at that. So the golf tournament.
yeah.
Um, he said he wasn't going to San Fran earlier last week. I think on round one, so Thursday, he said he wasn't going to San Fran. And then today he won. He was 26 strokes under par with his partner. Pretty sick.
That's
Took
awesome.
took first. And then in an interview afterwards, they asked who was yelling at him the most, and he said, it was a lot of Raiders fans, yelling at him. A lot of them saying Devontae misses you. A lot of them saying come to Vegas. A lot of that. So, I mean, those are just planting seeds in there, man. So, I
Yeah.
mean, why wouldn't he want to come here? Like,
No, yeah.
you don't want to go to New York. You don't want to go to the Jets, right?
No.
Like, I don't know.
I feel like that's what it's going to come down to, Jets and Raiders, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, 100%. I don't think he's going
I
anywhere else.
I don't see the Titans really making a move.
No,
Um I don't see like Washington really doing anything.
I
Washington's
don't
a
think
team
he.
that
I don't think he'd want to go there though. You know what I mean? He's got to
yeah,
be involved in this.
yeah.
Maybe.
So
Yeah,
sorry.
you're good, dude.
Uh but yeah, I Aaron Rodgers to Las Vegas would be pretty sick. I think the offense would actually be what everyone thought it would be this past year.
Yeah,
Darren Waller's still here. Hunter Renfro, Devontae Adams, and probably Josh Jacobs is back. Yeah,
yeah,
and it would be kind of fun because the Raiders defense is going to still suck. So he's going to have to.
yeah.
They're going to have to score 30 points a game to
Hmm.
do anything. So Raiders would be kind of a cool team next
Yeah,
year.
it would.
So,
Yeah, it would.
but okay, 1 week from today we'll be talking about the Super Bowl champions,
Yeah.
uh, and it looks like both teams have been reported to be in Arizona currently.
Yep.
And let's just talk about the Super Bowl. How you feeling since last week? We kind of talked about it a little bit last week. Are you still feeling the same? Or what are your thoughts on the big game this next Sunday?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Super Bowl is always the week leading up to the Super Bowl is always sick because you get the media day, you get all the practices, you get everything. And then there's always like one storyline that comes out that's kind of like, ooh, makes everybody, sway their prediction. But I feel like the storyline that's gonna come out is gonna be something along the lines of the Chiefs wide receivers. I feel like we're gonna get news where like Juju's 100% healthy, or Kadarius Toney's healthy and he's gonna be playing. And I think if that happens, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. If he has wide receivers, if Patrick Mahomes has wide receivers to throw the ball to, I feel like they're gonna win.
Yeah.
But it's so hard. It's so hard to bet against the run attack of Philly. And that defense, dude, that defense is sick.
Yeah.
So honestly, I have no idea. I have no
Did you
idea who my
see
pick is
the
right now.
quote from Brandon Ayuk?
No.
So, Brandon Ayuk, wide
Yeah.
receiver from the 49ers,
Yep.
he came out and he said, if I was allowed to bet on this game, I would put everything I own on the Chiefs to win.
Really?
I think he's a little salty from last week
Yeah.
in his butt slapped by the Eagles. But
And his cheeks clapped by
yeah,
by the Eagles.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go into a couple bets.
Okay.
We're gonna kind of talk about. We're gonna be talking about coin flip. We're gonna be talking about some other
Yeah.
Super Bowl day bets that we will be participating in that. If you wanna tag along with us, go for it.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, MVP, Super Bowl MVP. If you think the Chiefs are going to win, I wouldn't even bet on the game.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes to win Super Bowl MVP is plus 130, better
Yeah.
odds than the Chiefs winning. The second, Travis Kelce to win Super Bowl MVP is plus 800. I would forget any of those and just go straight there and head,
Yeah.
if they're winning, odds are Travis Kelce or Patrick Mahomes is your Super Bowl MVP.
So we've never had a tight end win Super Bowl MVP. You think this is a year? Possibly?
No, dude. Patrick Mahomes is so sick, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I
no.
think I think that is like easy money right there if they win.
And Jalen Hurts to win it,
They have the same
it's
odds,
just so
plus
hard. Like
130.
AJ Brown could go off, Miles Sanders could go off, even Devonta Smith, dude. Like any of those
Like
guys get two tutties, Jalen Hurts might not be that guy. So
you also, I mean, we've had some defensive players win Super Bowl MVP as well. So like you see Darius Slay get like 2 interceptions and possibly a pick six. Probably not going to happen. I'm just saying they probably get it to him if they win. So
yeah,
I just think if the Chiefs win, Patrick Mahomes is a mortal lock for that MVP. So
yeah, yep. Okay, here we go. These we are going to bet on these, every single one of these.
okay,
All right.
okay,
Responsibly.
yeah,
Okay.
500 on each. Just kidding.
Coin toss result. All right.
Yes,
Heads or tails odds are currently at minus 104
yeah,
for heads and tails. Last year, everyone was betting tails.
yeah,
I went the opposite, landed
yeah,
heads, cashed out last year. Great start
yeah.
to my Super Bowl day. I had a great Super Bowl day last year,
Yep.
if I recall correctly. But heads or tails, what are you going with, Ev?
I wish I had a coin right now. If I find a coin right now and we flip it, is that what we're going with?
Bro, I got you. I got you.
Okay, get a
Okay,
coin.
okay.
Get a coin. Let's just do that, and then we're riding with that, dude. Because I feel like I got no idea. I got no idea. I got some other big props I wanna share. All right, dude. Flip this thing and whatever it is, we're going with it. All right. We're gonna bet it right now too.
Sure.
Okay.
It's heads.
Oh, let's ride,
Okay.
man.
All right. Heads it is.
All right.
Coin
I'm
toss winner.
gonna add that
Chiefs
to my
or
bet slip.
Eagles?
I have no idea. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think the Eagles defer to the second. I think
I think
that's
Chiefs guess tails and it lands heads. So yeah,
okay. Yeah.
Eagles. It is.
Yeah.
Heads and Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay. First play of the game, run or pass play?
Dude, it's gotta be a run. It's gotta be a run. Actually though, if the Chiefs get the ball, it could be a pass. So if we're riding with if the Eagles are calling correct, and if the Chiefs get the ball, I could see them running a stupid little slant across the middle for Travis Kelce on that first play.
Run is minus 150, pass is
know.
plus 122. So
I know. So hard, man. That's
I
tough.
feel like
Those.
I think you just go value there and
I
just
know.
do the pass play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Team to achieve first down. You heard me. First.
The first down. If we're riding with the script that me and you are writing right now, I'm gonna say the Chiefs.
Okay. All right, let's do it. That would hedge our bet.
What do you mean?
Because we're thinking Eagle. Oh, yeah. Never mind. You're right. Should we hedge our
We're
bet?
writing the script. No, we don't hedge.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just kidding, dude. We 100% hedge all the time. I hedged a bet that was a single bet that hit, and I was pissed. So, whatever.
Okay, so a bet I really like in this game is Kansas City Chiefs successful fourth down conversion.
Yeah, I think that happens.
I love it. It's at yes is minus 150 though.
Oh,
Eagles
minus
successful
280.
Dude, like what?
Dude, they do go for it on fourth down. Like if they're on like the 50-yard line, they are going for it. If they are on, even if they're on the 40-yard line, they're going for that crap. They did that in the NFC Championship with that Devonta Smith catch that wasn't a catch. So
Yeah.
that's tough, man.
Uh,
I'm not doing the Eagles one. I could go Chiefs. I'll go Chiefs for sure.
okay. All right. Um, will any quarter be scoreless? Yes is plus 410. No is minus 600.
I feel like that's not gonna happen. But I could also see like the first quarter being like
You know I'm
super.
I'm betting yes on that. Like,
I
dude,
mean, dude, yeah, I mean, that would be
give
pretty
that to
sick.
me.
Where's
Give
that one
that to
at?
me.
I gotta just find that. There's so many. There's so many of these bets.
400. It's the people think this is gonna be a freaking shootout, and I don't think so.
I don't
I
know.
think I think Eagles go conservative and run it, and I think Chiefs struggle to move the ball. Like,
Gosh, sorry, I'm yawning. I do. Oh, dude, I either think, man, I feel like I feel like this is, you know how we just talk about how like Ravens Bengals the games just suck. I hope it's not that, but I have a feeling a few of the quarters might be that. So maybe hammer that 410, dude. That's freaking sick.
dude,
That's good. That's good money.
dude. Okay, there's a bet that I love in
Okay.
this. Will the 2 minute warning be at exactly 2 minutes
Oh,
on clock in the first half?
love that.
Yes is minus 590. No is plus 410. Like, give me no all
Dude,
day,
I the
dude.
amount of times I have seen a minute 59, 2-minute warning, minute 58, 2-minute warning. I will write that one too.
I love that one.
I love that. How's dude, that's like such a freaking sweat though. I love it. I love it.
That is an amazing bet.
Yeah.
These are some bets that I found that I just really really like.
Yeah. Can
But let's move on into some.
hold on.
Uh
Let me do
oh,
my
yeah,
let me
yeah,
do my
yeah.
best.
You
Let
go
me
for
do
it.
my
Yeah.
best